There's lots to talk about. Let's get right into it. First of all, we'd like to say Happy Hanukkah to everybody. Of course, tonight is the second night of Hanukkah, which means only 6 more nights to figure out how to correctly spell Hanukkah. We'll get there. Earlier this evening, people gathered in New York City to watch the lighting of the second candle on the world's largest menorah. Now, this menorah is extra special because it's the only multi-story golden structure in New York that doesn't have Trump written on it. Speaking of Trump, as you know, the G20 summit took place this weekend. We've all been buzzing about it. I mean, what about you, madam? You still got G20 fever? Still a little G20 fever. Oh, yeah, it's big time. Well, here's the thing. President Trump, right, he was shaking hands with the president of Argentina just before all of the world leaders gathered to take a group photo, although it doesn't seem like Trump was all that interested in sticking around. Take a look. Even Trump doesn't think he belongs on the world stage. Now, the summit took place in Buenos Aires, Argentina, or as Trump calls it, Mexico. Now, if you think Trump was leaving for some emergency presidential business, think again, because after he left the stage, Trump could be heard on an open mic saying this to an aide. Take a look. Get me out of here. Although, as far as things Trump has said on an open mic, this is only about the 900th most insulting. In other Trump news, former California governor and former kindergarten cop Arnold Schwarzenegger spoke to United Nations delegates earlier today and commented on Donald Trump withdrawing from the Paris Climate Accord. Here's what he said. Take a look.
Yes, we have a Meshuggah leader in Washington.
Schwarzenegger called Trump a Meshuggah, which is Yiddish for crazy. Now, look, everyone celebrates Hanukkah in their own way. I don't know. Incidentally, Schwarzenegger is Yiddish for hard to understand even when he's just speaking English. He called Trump crazy, and we're all thinking the same thing right now. I cannot wait to see how Donald Trump spells Schwarzenegger in his response tweets. It's going to be amazing. You know, I never thought I'd see Arnold Schwarzenegger using Yiddish expressions, but apparently he's doubling down. Today, he announced he'll be starring in a new holiday reboot, Jingle All the Way. And finally, did you see this? There was a huge heavyweight championship boxing match here in Los Angeles on Saturday. It was incredible. The internet couldn't get over what defending champion Deontay Wilder wore to his match with Tyson Fury, because Wilder walked out in a rather unusual outfit. Here he is here. Look at that. Even Elton John was like, that's a little much. A little much. He looks like if a peacock won the lottery. He looks like Donald Trump making a guest appearance on Game of Thrones. Now, the fight was eventually... Now, here's the thing. The fight, when all 12 rounds, was eventually called a draw, resulting in Deontay Wilder retaining his championship belt. Honestly, a draw, that's even more ridiculous than what Deontay Wilder wore just then. Tyson Fury won that fight. He did, hands down. It wasn't even close. It wasn't. Wilder couldn't even hold Fury's lunch, right? He couldn't, and I would say that to his face. You know why? Because he's soft. That's why he wore feathers, because he's a chicken. He goes out...
What were you saying, James?
Deontay! It's Deontay Wilder, everybody, the champ is here.
What were you saying, James?
That depends how long you've been standing there.
Long enough.
I was just, you know, I was actually saying that I think chickens are actually pretty tough. And I thought that what you wore into the ring was amazing. I loved it. I've actually ordered one myself. So
Stop talking. Just stop talking.
Maybe we should just start the show.
Right. He's Reggie Watts. He's James Corden. And I'm the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder. Roll the title.
I'm sorry about that.